Okay, so my name is Cooper. Your name is George, right?
My name is George, yes, Cooper.
Okay, and he does Dairy Queen.
Correct.
So, first question. Where do you live?
I live in Robbinsville, just a few minutes down the road, but I was raised in East Windsor.
Tell me about your family.
Well, I grew up in the business. I have a brother, a sister, and mother and father. My father came from Greece and over to this country, and we started with the Stewart's Root Beer, which used to be next door, in 1959. And then in 1964, my parents got the franchise to build Dairy Queen, and shortly after it was built. And that's about what my family does.
Why did your family buy Dairy Queen or whatever it was before?
Well, as I said, in 1959, we had the Stewart's Root Beer, which used to be next door, and they were looking for another business to open, and they owned this property as well. So it was natural fit to put hot dogs next door and ice cream here. So that's why they did that.
How long has your family owned Dairy Queen?
Since 1964.
So, what was it like around Dairy Queen when you first opened?
Growing up as a kid, as a little kid, your age and even younger, I used to be back and forth between Stewart's and Dairy Queen, and I used to help my parents do whatever I could till I was old enough to actually get working papers and work. But after school, we used to come here because my parents worked basically 7 days a week, and they worked for most of the time from opening to closing, which was a 12-hour day. And so after school, instead of being home by ourselves, we used to come up here and help.
What did the houses and streets like?
There was definitely not a lot of traffic on the streets around here. Route 130 was a lot smaller. I think it used to be one lane in each direction. Now it's 2 lanes in each direction. But the houses were definitely a lot smaller. As years go on, people build bigger and bigger houses. But that's pretty much what I remember the streets here in East Windsor where we used to live.
Okay, what did the stores look like?
There was very, very few stores. When we were here, McDonald's wasn't there, Wendy's wasn't there, Burger King wasn't there, Taco Bell wasn't there. At some point they built the plaza across the street there, and Chicken Holiday used to be in there, which is still here, and Sal's Pizza, which is still there. But I think we're probably the 3 oldest businesses in town, although Chicken Holiday's moved over here. Where Chicken Holiday used to be a 7-Eleven. And when that closed, he bought the property and moved Chicken Holiday over there. So there was not a lot of stores around here, but there were some. There was a lot of farmland around here.
What was it like when you were my age? What games did you play?
I played soccer because my neighbors played soccer, and we lived next to a farm, and they had big fields and they set up goals. So we used to play soccer, we used to play football, we used to play baseball, but I think soccer was my favorite.
What video games did you play, or were there any?
There weren't any video games. When they first started with video games, it was like Atari plug-in where you plugged it into your TV and you played like Pong or something like that, but there wasn't very many video games.
Were there like Pac-Man and stuff?
Pac-Man didn't come along till I was quite a bit older, but when I was your age, there really wasn't much, unless you went to like an arcade in the mall or out on the boardwalk or something like that.
What was the president you mostly remember?
Oh, geez. I remember President Nixon, I remember President Carter, I remember President Ford. Before that, I probably don't remember too many.
What about Dasher and Rudolph?
They were around. I remember them.
What was your favorite part of your community?
Well, East Windsor has always done a lot of community events. Involved with the businesses, we always used to sponsor a lot of teams through the PAL and Pop Warner football and all the events like that. But I think one of my favorite community things was the neighborhood that I grew up in here in East Windsor. All the neighbors would get together every year and they would have block parties, and right next door to my house. So everybody would bring food and they'd cook out, and basically the whole neighborhood would come. And then at Christmas time, the neighbors would get together and they would hire somebody to play Santa Claus. And they would bring him in with a helicopter, because they knew a guy that had a helicopter that used to spray the fields over in West Windsor. So they used to fly Santa Claus in just right around Thanksgiving, and they used to land in the field next to my house, and all the families would come out, and Santa Claus would have one present for everybody, just as a pre-Christmas, to get everybody excited for the Christmas holiday coming. So that was one of the things that I remember most, and was one of the real fun things that used to happen.
Two things. We do that at an airport somewhere around here, and with the helicopter and all that.
Cool.
And we also, you answered two questions. The next one was what special celebrations happen.
Well, that and years ago there were things like on special holidays there were parades and stuff, and some of them happened in the developments off back here in East Windsor. But now they have, like, I think just Hightstown just had a Harvest Fest, so there's more and more things starting to happen as time goes on. They have more community events, and I know East Windsor has things in the summertime around 4th of July, and so there's a lot of things to do around now, more than playing video games.
So, what problems are happening in your community?
Well, with added people and added congestion, there's traffic starts getting more of a problem. Not that crime has been a huge problem here, but that's potentially a problem with more people. Potentially more crime. But as more and more businesses come in, there's more and more competition for business. So there's I wouldn't say there's a lot of bad things. It's a pretty good place.
Good. So, if you had a choice, what would you choose to change in the community?
I don't know. Not too much. I think we're on a good track here.
What type of cars do you think you would see on the road in the future?
Well, way in the future. Well, in the near future, I see more and more electric cars. I know.
Tesla.
Yeah, Tesla, and I know next year or the year after, Volkswagen's coming out with a whole lot of electric cars. I think they have 5 or 6 electric vehicles that they're coming out with, and Mercedes has the same thing, and a lot of car companies are developing those. And I just read something about some companies pushing for hydrogen-based fuel cars. So I see a lot going away from hopefully gasoline, and I see more electric cars, and then further in the future I see totally automated cars where people won't even have to drive themselves. They'll just get in the car, and Google Maps will take them where they have to go.
Yeah, that's what my dad told me. Later we would just say, "Hey Dad, can I take the car?" We just walk in there and press a button and watch.
They're already testing them. They already have them going.
Okay, so what law would you like to see in the community's future?
I don't know that I know of any specific laws that I think really need to be changed.
Okay, so what technology will be available in our future?
Well, like you said, the automated driving cars is a big one, and
Hover cars?
maybe. There's a lot of debate about that. With they were talking about Amazon using drones to deliver packages to people, and I don't know if that's going to happen, but we'll see happens. But I think with companies like Amazon and Target and Walmart starting to also do home deliveries, you're going to see a lot of times people aren't even going to have to leave their house anymore to get anything that they want. So I think that's a technology that's going to be in the future is businesses using technology. And Dairy Queen is currently testing online ordering for ice cream and delivery through Uber Eats as a possibility. So that might be something that's coming, where you can order from your phone, from an app on your phone, and either come here, pick it up, or have it delivered to your house. So within the next couple of years, that might be happening.
Okay, just some other question. What's your favorite kind of ice cream?
I like the plain vanilla is my favorite. Dairy Queen's plain vanilla is my favorite. Which is the most popular ice cream in the world is vanilla ice cream.
Okay, that's it. Thank you.
You're welcome, Cooper. It was very nice to meet you and answer some questions for you.
You too.